Welcome to the latest edition of Millennial Boom with Diane, Faith, and Stanley Roberts, where almost no subject is off limits. Now, here are your hosts, Boomer Diane Faith and Millennial at Heart, Stanley Roberts.
I think it cuts off the s for
Yeah.
Stanley Roberts.
Yeah, it does a little bit. It's okay though. It's okay. I'm so happy.
Because I'm sitting right next to you.
No, because the adoption paperwork is almost done.
He's trying to get me adopted, guys. He's trying to get me adopted.
Yeah, I have to adopt you, right? I mean, you're not my daughter, so I have to adopt you so that you can become.
This is awkward.
I know.
Anyways, hi guys. Happy
Don't say it. Just say hi.
Happy almost end of January.
No, it's not almost the end. You still got a few more days
Today's
left.
the 20th. Oh no, because next week will be the 30th. I should have saved that for next week. Sorry. Anyways, hi guys.
Hello. How's everybody doing today? So we are here. We broke away from 8 hours of football.
We've been watching football for most of the day, and also trying to figure out our digital devices.
No, not me.
Okay, me. I spent my day after I went to church this morning. I spent my day looking at my digital device because all weekend I've been getting a notification that says your iPhone storage is full. So I've been looking to try to eliminate what is taking up so much space. Yes, I have an iCloud and I have Google Cloud.
She has no concept of how the cloud works.
I don't, but I'm starting to understand. We had this conversation, I think, like a month ago. But now, I'm getting the alerts that my phone is full. So I have to go and delete stuff. And it was a process. And the bad part about it is some of those videos I deleted came back, and I have no idea why.
So she needs your help. So her phone number is 415.
Excuse you? No. Don't give my phone number out on the World Wide Web.
This is just a mutual grouping of people that want to hear.
No, I don't want anybody to have my phone number. Thank you very much. Let's just put that out there.
All right, fine. I thought you wanted help.
I do want help, but I don't need my phone number out there though.
You don't want Gabriel to call you
I don't mind if the people that watch us have my phone. Well, I don't know. Maybe I
careful what you wish for.
But I'm saying though, anybody can watch these videos later or listen to them, and then anybody can have my phone number. So let's not do that.
So don't go your.
And Chris just made up some random phone number.
That's not random. That's actually your phone number.
No, it's not.
Oh, you should be like, yeah, that's my number. And somebody be getting all phone calls going, hey, where's Diane?
Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Chris.
He said we just had 8 hours of football. He just had 8 hours of sleep. Also, I don't know how many Niners fans there are out there, but that game last night was, let's just say, a nail biter. That was a good game because the Niners won.
Yeah, and as Gabriel called me and said, so now they won, are they the 50ers? Now, why is that joke so bad?
Gosh, that joke is so bad.
Why is that joke so bad? Why? Explain that.
The joke is bad because if they lost, it would. I hate that joke. I actually don't want to repeat that joke. So you have to.
So my joke is, if the 49ers, if they lose, they are the 48ers because they owe us one. Hence, they owe us another game, another season.
But if the Niners win, then they're just the Niners. You don't add anything to it.
You don't get another number. You don't get an extra number. You just stay the Niners.
The Niners are
just
the Niners.
Like, what do I call the Raiders? The nickname I call the Raiders. I said they're the Raiders.
The black hole?
No, I call them the Faders.
Oh.
Because they start off strong and then they fade away. So there's
apologies to all y'all Raiders fans out there.
Yeah, it's just like they get, it's kind of like the Cardinals. They had you know what I always say about sports? It doesn't matter how hard you play the game. It only counts at the end if you can win it all.
Well, that's interesting you say that because the Cardinals were off to a very strong start where, we live in Arizona, so Cardinals always on TV when there's sports. And they were off strong. They were, it looked like they were going to have a really good season.
Yeah, until they played the worst team in the NFL. And then
were the Lions the worst team?
They had that was their first win or their second win.
Yeah.
Of the season.
So they lost against the Lions, I feel like it went down.
Seasons.
Oh, really?
I think so. I could be wrong.
I felt like it went downhill from there. So Yeah, he had a good point because I was like, oh my gosh, the Cardinals are going to be dominating. And the next thing you know, they're out now.
It's
So
just like what's that other team in the other ones? You can go all the way to the end, but if you don't win all the marbles, it doesn't count. That's like running a marathon and then being in the lead of the marathon.
Oh, I know. And then the last
entire
mile,
26 miles, and then the final 100 yards, you trip and fall.
Oh gosh, that is the worst.
Then everybody runs past you. And so you ran in first place. You could have stayed home and still lost.
That's so mean.
You could have.
That's so mean.
You could have stayed home.
No, you got to give credit to the teams. I don't care who your team is. You got to give credit for them at least going out there and trying.
I give them credit. They got $1 million check for running around with a ball.
They're getting paid.
Okay, so I don't have to give them credit. They get a paycheck.
Okay, but those people that run the marathons and end up tripping, they don't get paid a paycheck.
Hi, Melanie. And so, but that's not my point, though. My point I'm trying to make is that if you're going to you can train for 26 years. But if you come in last place or second place or third place, you could have just stayed home.
How about this, though? No, they don't just stay home because at least they got out there and tried. So they can say
second place is the first loser.
So you can say they went out there and they ran a marathon. They may have not come in first place, but at least they did it.
Second place is the first loser.
What a negative attitude. I think you're misbehaving right now.
You know what? It's okay. I'm just telling you how I feel. That's just me.
Okay.
All right. I'm allowed to have my opinion.
We're entitled to our own opinions. It's very true.
Even though opinions are like buttholes and they usually stink, I'm still allowed to my own opinion.
Well, your opinions usually smell like buttholes, so.
Ooh, wow. Her phone number is 415.
No! Anyways. Oh, I can just give out your phone number too.
That's quite the T-shirt. That is a quote from a T-shirt, Diane.
What's the quote from a T-shirt?
Second place is the first loser.
Second place is the first loser?
Yes.
Chris said Raiders have fans.
Yeah, they're fans. You know what? I have to admit something, and I will say this, and all jokes aside, the Raiders have a very strong fan base.
Oh, yeah, they definitely do.
I know. I have a calendar from Gorilla Rilla, and I knew him. I have pictures with him and I. And he's been the black hole. These guys, I respect these guys. I mean, people are afraid to go in the black hole. Me, personally, I've walked into the middle of the black hole, and I yelled, "Go Steelers!" And they just said, "Stanley, you're just behaving badly." If a random person were to do that, they would be thrown out into the field from the black hole.
So, is that right?
So
if I walked in there and said, "Go Niners."
Oh, you would be done.
Oh, okay.
See, I got respect. They know they know it's me. This is respect. Cars land. It's, they know me. It's all good.
Okay.
I ain't got nothing against them.
Okay. All right.
So that being said, how do we made some, you broke off. So what happened yesterday? Oh yeah, that was right. Oh, by the way.
Still talking about Raiders?
I know, but I just thought about something for a minute.
You're like, mine just goes.
I just thought about last week and your misquote. I'm waiting for today's misquote of the week.
How about we not go and talk about that misquote, because
misquote of the week.
I really misspoke, right. And that came back to bite me.
So back to the Raiders. Yes, they have a very strong fan base, even though they're playing in an ashtray right now. Some people say it looks like a giant Roomba. I say it looks like a giant. You ever see those?
Okay, so you call it an ashtray and a Roomba?
No, the internet says it's called a giant Roomba. That was the internet thing.
Okay.
So I went by there and looked myself. It looks like, you ever had those friends those smokeless ashtrays that you can smoke and put it on there and it keeps the smoke in there so that you don't have to smell it? It reminds me of a smokeless ashtray, a big black smokeless ashtray.
I have never even heard of such a thing.
You never heard of a smokeless ashtray?
No, I don't smoke.
I don't smoke.
I don't care about ashtrays. Whether there's
what else don't you know about? Dick Gabriel.
I know about the word that I misspoke about last week. Said last week.
Now you have to wait until I make another fails calculation, probably March 13th. How does he know the exact date?
I love how you're going to. You have an exact date of when you're going to do this failed compilation.
And I'm saying ashtray. I'm saying ashtray. I just say it fast Gabriel.
Yeah, he's saying now Stanley is the one because he's referring back to that video where we were riding in that like 1970s Rolls Royce, and I was giving a little tour with my phone, and he claims that I said
Apple juice. You want some?
ashtray instead of ashtray.
Mm-hmm. That is the best apple juice
That money can buy.
that money can buy.
Where were the apples grown?
They were grown on an apple tree.
And
Wherever the apple tree is located.
okay, SFMTA inspector.
Oh, speaking about that, it reminded me. I told you this joke. Not even a joke.
It's not a joke. It's a story.
True story.
True story.
So, working in San Francisco,
Mm-hmm.
and remember, there was a time when I had my own parking space.
Okay.
And I had my own take-home vehicle. And that was the downfall of me deciding to leave. Because first thing they did was take away my parking space. The first thing they did was, they took away my parking space and said, you can no longer...
That's not when you decided to leave.
No,
though.
that was the beginning of
the beginning of.
So, I mean, here I am, a parking space that I can use. And so then they took away my parking space and said, we'll give it to somebody else. No reason. So that was a reason. So then they took away my personal vehicle to take back and forth, which saved me money from driving back and forth instead of. So then I had to take public transportation to come to work every day, which was fine. So I tried Caltrain. You walk over to the Caltrain station, you get on, you go for a ride, you get off. Well, anyway, I got on the train and I had on this, which was a gift from someone from SFMTA. And I said for San Francisco Metropolitan Transit Authority, right?
Backwards. You went San Francisco Metropolitan.
Okay.
So San Francisco Metropolitan Transportation Authority.
Okay, SFMTA.
Oh, I've skipped the F.
And this is a fare inspector.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean not FARE, not I'm fair when I expect. They go on the train and on the buses and say, if you haven't paid, they write you a ticket. Now, I wear a lot of hats, and you know that sometimes...
You don't know which one you're wearing.
I don't know which hat I got on.
Yeah, sometimes he'll randomly, we'll like be talking, and someone he'll be talking to someone, and then they like treat him like differently than he expected, and he'll be like, hey, B, what kind of hat do I have on today?
I know, what hat do I wear? And he goes, oh. So anyway, here's what happened. So I get on the bus that takes me down, supposed to go down O'Farrell. And the craziest part is I get on the bus. This is the beginning of the bus route, not the end. So the end, you expect everybody to get off. It was the beginning. It was full of people. It was about 40 people on the bus. The average bus was about 46. For some reason, the doors opened, and about 20 to 25 people just got off the bus. And I thought that was really strange. It never dawned on me. I thought, really strange that everybody just got off the bus. I'm not even going to worry about why they got off the bus. And then I'm on the bus, and I decided to take a selfie of myself. Because I'm like, I don't ride the bus that often. So I'm just going to, and I actually don't ride Muni that often unless I'm actually doing the work with fare inspectors. I take a picture, and I look at the photo, the selfie, and then I realize that I had this hat on. And then it dawned on me that everybody got off the bus because they read fare inspector.
That's a lot of people that did not pay.
So imagine that many people who weren't planning on paying, got on the bus and realized that I was wearing a fare inspector hat and decided that it was their best choice to get off.
That was funny.
I laughed most of the day. I laughed. I really did. I thought it was funny.
That also is interesting to show how much of an impact that has.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny. I thought it was hilarious. And so that was my story of like a simple hat. And I used to get in trouble. Not in trouble where when people want to beat me up, trouble. But in trouble like people get mad at me because I had on a hat that said please. Mm-hmm. Why are you wearing that cap? I said, it was a gift. Well, why do you have on a cap that says police on it? It was a gift. Well, you shouldn't wear that hat. Well, why not? I mean, what's the difference between wearing that hat and wearing a 49er hat or a bakery hat or anything else? Well, because they take away people's rights. I'm like, okay, but the hat doesn't take away anyone's rights. Well, you're advertising that they take away people's rights, so therefore you should not wear that hat. And I thought, that's got to be the dumbest argument I've ever heard in my life. I never, and it wasn't just one person that had this argument. I've had that with like about a half a dozen people who would literally ask me, why am I wearing a hat? And it wasn't like a San Francisco Police Department hat. It wasn't like I would have like a Menlo Park hat on, Or
in what city would you be?
I could be in some random city, and they would ask me, why do I have that hat on? Or they would see a hat and automatically they change their habits, assuming that that hat is going to arrest them.
Well, maybe you should have said to them, well, why are you wearing that necklace?
Well,
or well, why are you wearing...
here's my argument. Usually I say to them, well, you have on the Giants jersey. Do you play sports? Well, no. Well, then
are you a Giants player?
Yeah. Do you play for the Giants? Well, no. Do you throw a football back and forth? No. So then why would I assume that you play for a special a sports team because you're wearing Giants? Why would you assume that wearing a hat that says police makes me a cop?
You want to know why?
Because they hate the cops so much.
No.
Why?
Because it's a norm for people to wear sports gear. That's what's acceptable and a norm in society.
Normal?
It's a norm. Like people, that's what people do. Like people will wear like a Steph Curry jersey or a Kobe Bryant jersey or Jerry Rice jersey. People will wear jerseys of players that they admire or their favorite player on a team. Mm-hmm. So that's considered a norm. You okay over there?
No, I was getting a bunch of emails from Australia.
I think that was your iPad.
Yeah, but it rings on there too, and I thought I muted it. But.
So that's why. That's normal. I think when people see, and this is not to say anything wrong against police, because I don't have any issues, but I think that when you see someone who wears a police cap, you automatically think that they've got to be an officer because that's more of like a job versus a, like it's a job, not sports.
All right.
If that makes any sense.
Weird.
Okay, we got some comments up in this piece.
Yeah, one of them says it's from...
Betty says, Diane schooling her boo. Hey, that's how I see it. Doesn't mean I'm correct, but I figured that that's what it...
So if I wear a firefighter cap, does it mean I'm putting out fires?
Like I said, I think that if you wear a cap that has that pertains to like a job, like this, for example, SFMTA inspector. It's not a police officer, right? But it's a job position. People thought that you were actually a fair inspector, which is why they left the bus.
So if I get a hat that says millionaire, I mean, people think I got...
Millionaire is not a job position.
I'm a millionaire.
Well, that's a different story.
All right.
But anyways, you see what I'm saying though, or no?
So Gabriel, you said block spam bot. Well, you say it.
Block spam bot above.
I don't know which one it is. So anyways, I sat on the bus stop with a black and white lanyard. Two teenagers were discussing their robbed goods and suddenly saw, she's no police. I sat on the bus stop with a black and white lanyard. Two teenagers were discussing their robbed
So
goods.
maybe then she thought, I can't even see it from here, the comment.
Well, you'll see it in a minute.
No, it's Facebook, so I won't.
Oh, it says, Sarah Morgan wrote, I'm trying to understand it, so maybe I missed a word or something. I was at a bus stop with a black and white lanyard, which is the thing around your neck, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it said black and white lanyard, said police or something on it. Two teenagers were discussing their robbed goods, then suddenly saw, she's
thought
police.
That she's police.
Oh, no, she's police.
Oh, no, she's police.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
It took a minute to understand it.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's weird? Yes. So I remember my funniest story with someone thinking I was a police. They were playing a legal game of 3-card Monte at Fisherman's Wharf. Mm-hmm. They were hardcore playing the game, and that's a ripoff. They were ripping people off for their money.
Yeah.
And so I decided to make a segment out of it.
I remember that segment.
And the people were like, at first they split up, and I was like, where'd everybody go? And then somebody goes, oh, he's not the police. He's just a guy with a home camera.
And so they came back.
And I said, oh, yeah, home camera.
A home camera?
Yeah, I had a home camera.
A home camera.
And so they let me record their whole illegal action, not realizing that it was all going to be on television. And it never dawned on them that I was actually doing, So
after that aired, were they still doing it?
Well, after it aired, I got phone calls from law enforcement saying they were unaware that they were using two-way radios to communicate. And so that was kind of like I didn't say, because I mentioned that they were using two-way radios to communicate. They had a spotter. Mm-hmm. I explained the whole process because they gave me access because I was a home camera.
Because you were just using a home camera.
Yeah, I was shooting home video. And so I was like a tourist and I'm shooting home video. And so they gave me the whole, we have a spotter here. He has a two-way radio. And when we want the cops to deal, we just call up and say, police. And then we all break up like nothing ever happened. And they're like giving me interviews about how they do this, right? And I'm like crazy. For real? Tell me more. And they're just spilling their guts, spilling their whole guts about everything. And then it was hilarious because what really came out of the whole thing wasn't even the fact that the police went after them for doing 3-card Monte. What happened was one of the people who got, and what I mean by got, you know what that means, right?
Yeah.
Who lost their money?
Yeah.
They emailed the station and said that I need to take the video down. Why do you think they said that? Why do you think they said that?
Were they the ones on camera in the video?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
No, why do you think they said they wanted to take down?
Because they were embarrassed they lost their money.
Nope. Try again.
Wait, okay. The person that lost their money? Wait, hold on. The person that lost their money?
Mm-hmm.
Were they supposed to be at work?
Nope. Try again. It was a woman, by the way.
Why? I don't know. Why?
Okay.
What happened?
What happened was she was having an affair. And the guy she was having an affair with was on the video with her.
Oh.
So she wasn't supposed to be with this guy out on Fisherman's Wharf. And so here they show up.
Oh my God.
Here they show up on TV.
Yep.
Holding hands, lovey-dovey, giving away money. And she was like, you got to take that video down because my husband doesn't know that I was out there.
Oh my gosh. Did you guys take the video down?
Oh, heck no.
Okay.
No.
You think she divorced right now?
I don't even know.
Wait, that was like what, 5 years ago?
No, that was way back in the day.
Like that was like that was.
It was way back. It was
back.
back.
That like pre-beep times?
Yeah, it was way back in the day. But they got.
No, that wasn't pre-beep time.
Yeah, it was. It was way back before 2006.
But I thought you started doing PBB in 2006.
It was around 2006.
Okay.
So it was like still new to me, and I stumbled upon the game. Thank you, Jason, for the $2. Thank you, and by the way, what is your thoughts on San Francisco not releasing mugshots? We'll talk about that later, but right now, thank you for the $2. And if you say Jason used something we call Super Chat, well, he's actually on YouTube. So YouTube, you can donate while you're on YouTube. You can also donate on, YouTube. Is that Super Chat? YouTube?
YouTube is Super Chat, yep.
Okay, you can donate there. And so that's good. And I appreciate it. It helps. Anything that comes in, we appreciate it. Thank you very much. But before we go too deep and get off schedule, off subject. So yes, I've had people all the time write the station and ask to have the video taken down because they were caught in a compromising position.
That's crazy.
So you tell people that if you don't want to do something that you know is wrong, and this is what I always tell people this, and I'll say it again. If you know you're doing something wrong, you already know it when you walk out the door that it's wrong. And you get caught doing something wrong. It's not my fault that you got caught doing something wrong. It's your fault because you're too dumb to do something wrong and got caught on camera. Because it's not me. I didn't wake up in the morning going, you know what, I'm just going to go look for somebody. I just shoot video. And if you happen to pop in the frame, you pop in the frame.
Well, it's funny, though, because she wasn't even your focus. Your focus was just the entire game as a whole and the scam. But she just happened to, did she play? Or
No, they were playing.
Or was she just in the shot holding hands?
No, they were playing.
Oh,
they were throwing down the money.
Okay.
And I know about 3-card Monte because I lost money when I was a kid.
I remember you told me that.
I lost money to a guy named Claude Cherry in Camden, New Jersey, in front of Broadway, in front of the Lindenwald speed line, old time. I thought that I could make some money.
Well, that's really weird that you remember all those specifics, but it's because you got, right?
They took my whole paycheck.
How much was your whole paycheck?
Oh, I worked for Cumberland Farm, so it wasn't that much. It was like $60, $70. I mean, for a week of work.
Oh, I remember a time I got.
And what they did with me was they were playing the game out front, and Claude, and I'll tell you why I remember Claude clearly.
Okay.
So this is why this gets even crazy. His name was Claude Cherry. I never forget that name. He had on a rim hat. He had on nice clothes, and I thought, okay, I can win this because it's just 3-card Monte. I can figure out which is the ace, right? And then they did something that just blew my mind. So a guy pretended to attract his attention. And this is how I knew.
Claude's attention?
Yeah. So there's more than one person in 3-card Monte. Mm-hmm. There's one person that throws money down to look like he's losing so that you throw money down.
To think that you're going to win.
You're going to win. And he also wins too. But this is the same money they're going back and forth with. So that's how the scam starts. So these two guys are going back and forth, and he's winning, he's losing, he's winning, but he's winning.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the idea, well, if he can win, I can win.
Mm-hmm.
But what you don't realize is that those two are in it together.
Mm-hmm.
There's a third guy called a shill. The shill's job is to distract you so that you don't see what's going on. But what the shill does is he also pretends to distract the other players.
The guy who's winning?
The guy who's playing the game.
Okay.
And so what the guy did was he folded the card. He goes, look, I folded the card. He'll never notice it, right?
Well,
so
he says it to you?
He says to me, I folded the card so he'll never notice it. So I'm thinking, oh my God, this is. I'm getting greedy now. I'm like, oh wow, he folded the card.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking I can probably make my money back. It's a whole way the gambling use at casinos. They get you hooked in so they can give you your money back. So you can think you get your money back, but actually what they do is they go off your greed.
Okay.
And so for me, I was maybe 16 years old. My greed was I can win this money back, but I already lost like $30. So how do I get? Remember, my check was $67.
Yeah.
So I lost 30. I want to get my 30 back so that way I can at least come away even.
Mm-hmm.
So he folds the card, and I see the folded card, and I go, I know which one is the right card now because it has a fold in it. I'm ready. I'm like, I'm all ready to go. So I tossed in the $30 because I'm gonna win this one now because I already know that card is a folded one, right? And I'm sitting there. And then all of a sudden, he flips over that card, and it feels like it took forever. The card that was folded was supposed to be an ace, and it was not an ace. It was a queen. How the hell that happened, I still to this day do not know.
Like how because you saw it in his hand when you did it was an ace.
When I did it, it was a queen flipped over.
When he did it,
it was a queen, but he folded it. The queen was folded, and so when he flipped it over, I was assuming that was going to be the queen because it was folded.
Oh, I thought you said ace.
I don't know. I'm getting confused here on my own.
Okay, sorry.
Anyway, long story short, and I probably get it all backwards. He flipped over the card I thought was supposed to be, and it wasn't the card it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
And so I lost the $30. So now I lost $60. $60. Only had like $7 left, and then my heart sank because you just lost. I mean, you lost your entire paycheck to a thing, not realizing that you just got scammed. Now, greed has a very special place in people's hearts. Because greed doesn't care. Greed will just absorb you in greed. Now, when I say greed, not me, because I already lost everything but $7. So the greed hit Mr. Cherry. He was not happy with the money he won playing 3-card Monte.
Against you? Against
me. Period. He played all day long. And it's illegal to do it. I didn't know that. I was 16, 15, 16. So I'm working at Cumberland Farms, which is a place in East Camden. Way down, doesn't exist anymore. It was a grocery. It was like a 7-Eleven that never made it. Mm-hmm. And we're working there. I was on my way to work, as a matter of fact. And so I had to work the evening shift. And around about 6 o'clock in the evening, a guy walks in and robs Cumberland Farms. I'm stocking shelves. He robs the cashier who faints after this whole thing because he pulls out what appeared to be a gun. Guess who robbed the place?
Cherry?
Claude Cherry. He literally walked in and robbed the place at gunpoint. And the lady who I remember her she was a Muslim. Mm-hmm. She passed out because she was so scared because she saw the gun. She passed out. And I just stood there like, oh my God, this guy's actually robbing us. That was my first experience with armed robbery. So I go outside and he threw the gun away.
Wait, did he see you though?
He never noticed me because he didn't remember me from before.
Okay.
But I remembered him because of the hat.
Yeah.
And the cards.
Uh-huh.
So here we go. Police come, armed robbery, guns drawn, they get there. I find the gun that he threw away. I'm like, he threw his gun away. Well, who threw away the gun? Well, it was a cap gun. It wasn't real. It was a metal cap gun. It wasn't even real. Uh-huh. And he threw the gun away right near the store and he ran away. And so the police show up, and I say, that's when I told the cops, I know who this guy is. And so we drove around, and they found him sitting in a Church's Fried Chicken. That's probably why I have that aversion to churches.
That's probably why you never go. You've never had eating at Church's Fried Chicken.
Eating dinner with Church's Fried Chicken. And they arrest him, Claude Cherry. Uh-huh. So we go to court.
And you were there too.
I had to testify in court. So did the woman who, remember, she was a Muslim?
She passed out.
No, she didn't pass out. But when they asked her to swear to tell the truth, because of her religion,
She couldn't do it
she
on the
couldn't
Bible.
swear. Yeah, she couldn't swear.
Yeah.
So they convinced her to tell the truth. Anyway, so long story short, I know this is long
Oh, I
enough.
never even thought about that.
Yeah. So it's my turn to testify. And so they come up and they ask me, well, what do you know? I said, well, I know this guy. He said, well, how do you know him? Is he a friend of yours? Well, no, he's not a friend of mine, but I met him earlier in the day. Well, how'd you know him? Well, he played a game called 3-Card Monte, and I lost my whole paycheck to him. And they go, well, how do you know this is the same guy? Well, he had a black rim hat on, and then the guy goes, Your Honor, I'd like to bring into evidence a black rim hat.
Mm-hmm.
So they produce the evidence of the black rim hat. He goes, what else can you have? Well, he had a deck of cards, and on one of the cards, the ace was folded, or whatever card it was that was folded.
Mm-hmm.
And so the prosecution pulls out a box of some cards, and he pulls out the cards with the ace.
And it was folded. Oh my gosh. Why didn't I realize that you testified against this guy?
That was a long time ago. I was a kid.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
And I'd never testified in court before. So that was, and I mean, you know how they tell people that people are scared to testify?
Yeah.
I was too dumb to know the difference.
You're like a teen, right?
I testified. And
yeah.
the judge said to me, he pulled me aside, and he said, Mr. Roberts, do you realize that you have to be one of the best witnesses I've ever seen in this court? I didn't tell him that I had a photographic memory. So no matter what he had told me or saw, I could remember it down to the last detail.
Yeah.
So he didn't know that, and it wasn't my idea to tell anybody. So the fact that I knew that, and I was able to tell him every single detail of what went down, even everything that took place at the 3-Card Monte, it was enough evidence it was no longer circumstantial evidence anymore. Mm-hmm. It was like an ace in the hole. The card, the hat, and even down to the pants.
Wow, that's crazy.
I never forget the guy's name because I was like, wow, that's a name you don't forget.
Do you know if he's
still... he's probably out of jail by now and probably running around going, I'm going to kill that guy. But I was a kid.
Stop. That was like a long time ago. That was probably what, like 40 something years ago?
It was a long time. No, it was like 5 years ago. I was only 16. Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry.
All right, I'm sorry, guys.
Okay. Man, I was like, wait, we forgot we were like on.
No, I was telling a story.
That was a story.
My life is rich with stories. I could do a whole podcast of just telling you some stories that some people do not believe are true. Like the image of O.J. Simpson being arrested.
Oh, yeah. The one that's in the other room.
No, not that shot. That's a booking photo.
Oh, okay.
Of him being arrested. See, what people don't know is that when the O.J. thing went down, people go, who's O.J.? I hid in a news van.
Really? Who says who's O.J.?
For hours to get that shot of him being arrested.
Mm-hmm.
No one knew I was in this van except for our news station. And they actually called on the phone twice and said, can you give us a live shot? And I whispered, no, I can't. There are cops all around me. And I looked out the window and saw cops in ghillie suits.
Yeah, because the minute they probably found you, you would have been kicked out, right?
Yeah. So, and thank you, Betty. She said, I love your stories. Thank you very much. Well, they're great stories, and I can tell stories all day. But I have to give Diane a chance to talk.
Oh, so Gabriel wrote, someone on Twitter just said Diane is beautiful.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know who that is, but thank you.
Thank you, Amanda. Amanda said she was invested in my story. Well, thank you, Amanda. And if anybody knows Claude Cherry, tell him, hey, don't play stupid games. You win stupid prizes.
And tell him not to hunt us down, please.
No, don't hunt. No, you can come, but I got something for you. I can take those cherries out.
What? I can't. Oh my gosh.
All right, there we go.
Gabriel says you should do a show one day in which you tell 10 stories, but one of them is made up and we have to figure out which one it is.
Now, I'm not good at making up stories. I really suck because to make up a story means you have to come up with a series of lies.
Yeah, and then you have to make sure that you remember the
lies that you tell. So I don't really do good at telling stories that are fake stories.
I'm mad at Chris. Chris said, pop them cherries. I'm dead. Chris, you're too much.
Hey, you got to make Chris almost get kicked out of Starbucks again.
Oh, my God. Well, I mean, I didn't
do it on
purpose. So.
Speaking about kicked out of Starbucks again.
What?
No, Gabriel told me he wants to retire. I'm like, dude, you just turned 18. You don't even know what an areola or a dildo is, and you ready to retire? Bro, you got a long way to go before you can retire.
Oh, my God.
We got to teach you some stuff before you even get close to retiring.
I have nothing to say to that. Nothing.
I'm just saying, first woman he finally meets, he'll be following her around forever. Woo!
Again, nothing to say.
He said I turned 19 in September. I turned 19 in September. Come on. Well, you still can't even get onto my Instagram account, so you still 18. You know, I changed my settings to 18 and above.
Did you?
Just because I didn't know I could do that.
For which one?
For Instagram.
Oh, okay.
And Gabriel texts me, he goes, "Hey, I'm 18, but it won't let me log on." I was like, man, I should keep it that way. I didn't know that it did that.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, it literally blocked the account and said, you can't log on because he was already following me.
Oh, okay.
So it would not let him log on.
I didn't even know that. I don't have any reason to turn on an age restriction. So
well, I turn on. I don't either. I have no reason to, except for like I had a guy one day tell me I wrote something on Facebook, and a guy dude says to me clearly, he says, "Man, now I have to ban my kids from Facebook for 10 days."
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Why?" And he said, "Well, not 10 days." He said, "For like a month." I said, "Why?" Because now my 10-year-old is going to read what you wrote, and he's going to be, And I'm like, you do realize that the age for Facebook
13.
is 17.
Oh, it's 17? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not 13. It's
Okay,
17.
I still want to say that when Facebook was just for college students, and I happened to be in college when this was taking place, that was the best time for Facebook. Now I'm over Facebook.
Excuse me. No,
Excuse
it's
me?
not Facebook.
It's the Facebook.
No, it's no longer the Facebook.
It was the Facebook.
Now it's the Meta, the Metaverse.
No, it's still the Facebook.
You know, you can buy property in the Metaverse now.
No, thank you.
Yeah, it's a fake. You remember what's that movie?
You can buy shoes in the Metaverse.
Remember that
too.
cartoon?
Jetsons.
No, that's the new one. Where they dumped trash and everybody was fat floating around on
Wally.
That was a Metaverse.
I cried.
So imagine going on a cruise in the Metaverse but never leaving your house.
Did you cry?
I got teary-eyed. You know why?
Why?
Because it was trash everywhere. I was like, look at all this illegal dumping. You know what it's like when your life takes you over when you watch a cartoon and all you see is illegal dumping. Or someone who's close to you is watching TV and goes, "Oh my God, the crosswalk is right there. Why aren't they walking in the crosswalk?"
Oh goodness. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, also, did I watch Wall-E with you?
No. You were only 6.
I was not 6 when Wall-E came out. I think I was in college. Let me see when Wall-E came out.
Dude, you were smart your age, though.
Wasn't Wall-E like a 2008?
1999.
2008. I was already out of college, babe. We watched Wall-E together. 2008. We watched it together.
Okay.
Okay, anyways.
So then I didn't cry then.
I don't remember because I was too busy crying.
You cry for everything, though.
Wordle. Okay. Yes. So
hi, Kathy from Philadelphia.
So Gabriel says, would Diane like to explain to everyone what is Wordle? So are you asking that because you've seen on my Instagram stories that I've been posting of how I've been playing Wordle? If so, yes, I will explain what Wordle is. So my coworkers turned me on to Wordle earlier last week. It is a game you can play online. It's not an app. You just go to Google or you go to your internet browser, you type in Wordle. The website will come up. I think it's usually the first or second link. Click it. It's a word game. So basically, you have 6 chances. It starts off with what do you call it? You have to guess a word that's 5 letters. You have 6 chances to guess it. So you type in any random 5-letter word. If you get the letter right, it is green. If you get the letter right and in the right spot, it's green.
Wordle.
If you get a letter right, but it's in the wrong spot, then it's yellow.
Wordle.
And if you don't get the letter right at all, doesn't do anything. So based on what you get, per try, you have to figure out what the word is. So if you get 1-2 letters correct, then you go from there. And then you have 6 tries. If you don't get the word, I don't know because it's never happened to me. I've always guessed the word. But if you don't get the word, I guess that's it. But you get 6 tries.
Wordle.
And it's only 1 word per day. So once you're done, whether you lost or you got it, then
it's Wordle, not Myrtle.
Then you play the next day.
That's a beach.
I didn't say Myrtle. Oh, Myrtle. No, Chris, Wordle.
Oh, look. Hi, Stanley and daughter. Oh.
No one wrote that. Oh, I'm dead. Sounds a bit like 2048. I don't know what that is. but not
water.
really, I guess.
It's water.
Yes, on yours and other people too. Oh yeah, so Gabriel, that's what Wordle is. It's kind of a little bit like, honestly, if I could pick more than one, if they had more than one word a day, I'd probably be playing it for a lot. But I think it's a good thing that it's only one word a day. And I tried to get Stanley into it, and he's like, no.
Well,
but so he downloaded an app thinking that Wordle was an app, and then he shows it to me, and he's like, I don't understand.
There's an app called Wordle,
and I
too.
said that's not the correct
So
game.
there's a fight over trademark.
Because Wordle, the Wordle game that's popular right now is not an app. You just have to search for it, and it will be a website that you go to.
Yeah, I'm not into spelling.
I know.
Yeah.
Clearly, I know this.
I downloaded.
I look at your tweets and your posts and stuff. I know you're not into spelling.
I downloaded.
Love you.
Trigonometry. It's a game that you play and you solve trigonometry riddles.
No, you're not.
So I play wrong Wordle. I don't know where I got it from, but there's an app called Wordle.
Stanley plays wrong Wordle. I love it.
I don't know. Figure that one out. Wordle.
Chris wrote Wooter?
Wooter. I said that already. And you whispered it. This is video, audio. You have to say it out loud.
No,
loud.
You were the one that was whispering Wordle.
Yeah, but I was whispering because I didn't want to talk over you.
Anyway, so that's the game.
Yeah, so Gabriel says he likes trigonometry. Be sure to use radians. Well, actually, I like, my favorite is of all math?
What?
Quantum physics. Because I like to establish like different forms of how the planets are aligned and the distance from here to another planet that might have actual life forms.
Babe, what are you saying?
And that it would take you a certain amount of light years to travel to a certain planet. So technically it would take you 300 years to go to a new planet. So you really couldn't make it there.
Is that a Stanley puppet? Wow, Betty Veronica. I think you're the first person that's actually referenced it.
No, he's not.
Oh, did someone else reference it?
Yes, you didn't pay attention.
I haven't been paying attention.
Long time ago, it was referenced. No, that is a one-of-a-kind Stanley bobblehead that was created from one of the guys at Crime when I was working there. And when I left, he let me have it because he wanted them to make a bunch of these.
Was it Kevin?
Kevin. He wanted them to make a bunch of these. Kevin was good. Kevin Adler.
I remember him.
He wanted to make a bunch of those, and they said, no, he doesn't really. He doesn't really count as somebody we want to make.
That's messed up.
We want to make a bunch of these with. He's just what he is. So
that's messed
they never made any more. So that's the only one. And it's cracked. It's fallen. It's everything.
Okay, I just have one quick question, guys. Who do you think is going to make it? The two teams, type in the chat, 2 teams, NFL teams. Who do you think the Super Bowl is going to be between?
The Flyers and the Phillies.
Type in the chat. The Flyers and the Phillies? Okay, that's even the wrong sports. Because we have the Chiefs-Bills game on the corner, and it's like right there, and I can see it. So I'm looking at the score right now.
I'm confused. Glenn Post wrote, dude, I apologize for calling her daughter to let it go. It's not just you, Glenn Post.
Oh, no, Glenn Post. Don't take this personal. Please don't, because we get this
all the time. We get it at the grocery store.
We get it. Well, I have to say, though, when your beard was like all shaven, we did not get it at all. But, Glenn, don't worry.
No, because people would be like...
Everybody says it.
Some people go, man, your dad tells some funny jokes.
Oh, yeah, because he always tells dad jokes at the cash register. And I just go, I'm just like speechless because I'm like, oh my gosh, here we go. And he's like, the cashier is always like, you must be used to that. You grew up with that, right? And I'm like,
I said,
I cannot take this.
Yeah, no.
So, anyways,
yeah, sorry for them Bengals.
Oh wait, the Bengals
and
Rams. Okay, just a side note, guys. I was saying Bengals until yesterday.
Bengals.
I was saying Bengals until yesterday. It's Bengals.
Yeah, like a tiger.
I know, but I was saying Bengals for my entire life.
And no one corrected her. So she says, well, it's no different than like having something in between your teeth. And then people, I'm like, no, it's a big difference from having a picture with a piece of spinach between your teeth and saying Bengals every day.
Oh, so you guys think, okay, so Massa thinks it's wait, okay, now I'm saying it incorrectly. Bengals and Rams, okay. So you just basically clowned on my Niners, but that's okay.
Okay, hold on. Question.
Yeah.
Teresa Scott wrote, okay. Or no comma, sorry. Okay, now I'm confused.
What is she confused about, whether or not I'm your daughter?
I don't know what she's confused about, but we want to find out.
Okay, Teresa, let us know what you're confused about.
Okay.
Why did everyone shout "Who Day" after the Bengals won yesterday?
That's an old statement from, I think, an old thing.
I have no idea.
It was, I forgot what it meant, but it was a thing they did a while back, Who Day. It might have been
like Who Day is or something?
I don't know.
Let's see, Who Day. What does Who Day mean? I'm Googling it right now, Gabriel. Let's see.
And by the way, if you're watching on Twitter and you want to comment, you want to jump in, you kind of have to go to either Facebook or Twitch or YouTube.
YouTube, yeah. Who Day, that means good things are happening with the. Okay, wait. Bengals fans really use Who Day. That means good things are happening with the AFC North franchise. The rallying cry, fans. The rallying cry has been several decades now. This is more than a phrase. Who Day, Who Day, Who Day. I know it sounds funny me saying that.
That was New Orleans. The Saints.
Bengals, often connected to the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah.
Who Dat, the origin story of Who Day, dates back to the 1970s in Cincinnati, but it really took flight during the team's first Super Bowl run in 1981. Okay, well, that's according to fansided.com. That's my reference, or so if you'd like to look it up. But there you go in a nutshell.
So Gabriel wrote, I kid you not, the mayor of Dayton, Kentucky, a Cincinnati suburb, renamed the town, probably not officially, but Dayton, Kentucky yesterday. Who Dayton?
Well, that's a little sad.
Yeah, it's probably like an honorary, not really. You know what it would cost to rename a whole everything?
Also, I'm laughing because Chris said my favorite math is figuring out how much time we have until we're tossed out of the ashtray. So the Bills were up.
They just had 2 touchdowns in 52 seconds.
But the Chiefs just scored 2.
Yeah.
So they're going back and forth. There's only a minute left in the game.
Oh, by the way, there was a thing today where I guess they snapped the ball to the quarterback for the Rams, and he forgot he was playing football for a minute. He was just standing there like, I wonder if I took that pot off. Oh man, did I subscribe to the right channel?
Oh my gosh, that was so embarrassing.
And then the ball just comes flying at him. He goes, oh, I'm playing football. I forgot. And then they almost lost the game over that mistake.
Yeah.
Because that was what changed it around.
Yeah, the Rams, today, Rams-Bucks today, that was a...
Yes, Teresa, you are correct.
Nail biter too. What did she write?
She finally got it right.
Oh, okay.
So that's why we wrote that. We wrote that because it's kind of a joke it's been a long going joke.
And we understand. We get it.
We get it. I mean, I'm very young looking. I get that. And she, age is caught up with her. I do understand. It's okay. I understand why you would think that. But that being said, no, I know. Don't let the good looks fool you. It's just how I am. Black don't crack. What? Why are you so quiet?
I don't know what to say because you're just on your pedestal right now. So you just do what you gotta do. Say what you gotta say.
Her name is Diane. Say hello, Diane.
Hello, Diane.
There we go.
I'm just kidding.
Wait. Say hello, Diane.
Are you pretending I'm your puppet?
No, I thought you were like one of those, Never mind.
No. Okay. So, anyways, yes, go Niners. Thanks, Betty.
Look, someone finna get smacked.
Yep. I just listen, I just listen.
Pop. Somebody want to get popped. Woohoo!
Okay, so that's good to know. So it looks like most people, well, actually only 2 people commented. So Bengals and Rams. Okay, well, I'm going to say it's Niners and, well, I don't know. Let's see who I don't know who wins here.
The winner.
If it was
the winner wins.
If it's the Niners and Chiefs again,
the winners win.
Then we got payback for 54, right?
1954?
For Super Bowl 54.
Oh, I thought you were going back like Gabriel on me here. From 1954 when they played in the game and how it happened when they played the game. I mean with the pudding pops.
Please don't say pudding pops. Ugh. I'm waiting for someone to call Diane the name of one of Stanley's daughters. Okay, well, you'll be continuously waiting. Thanks.
Oh, Lord Cosby.
I know. I hate it when he does the Cosby impression because it actually just makes me.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with the pudding pops. You just take a pudding pop and you put it in your mouth. What?
Please stop.
All right.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
All right.
And then you took a little nap. Sorry. What?
Okay, also, if you guys.
Hello, Gordon's here.
Oh, hello, Gordon.
Why do you keep looking over my computer for?
Because I can't see Gordon's. Oh, you know what? Mine is delayed.
Trust the Gordon Fisherman.
Also, if anyone has any tips, and not sarcastic tips, but
legit, tips like money,
legit tips.
It's for church.
Anyways, if anyone has any legit tips, not sarcastic tips, or not common sense tips on how I can lessen my iPhone storage.
Her number is
in the
415.
easiest way possible that's not stressful. Please also comment below. Comment in the chat.
That's too much. You can take our chat. Just email you. Just call her 415-76.
All right. Well, his number is 650
302
2986.
Yes. Wait, why did you give up my real number?
You were about to give out mine.
No, it wasn't. It was a joke. It was a joke. JOKE. You just gave away my number to the World Wide Web.
www. The pudding is safe. It's the drinks you have to worry about. That's a good point. That's a good point, Massa. That's a good point.
Wait, who?
Massa.
Massa Wells.
Massa Wells.
Hello, Massa. We don't know you.
Who did you think I was talking about?
No, I don't remember that. I recognize that name. Thank you, Massa.
No, Massa. Yes, Massa.
No, that's NASA. That's why I could never work for NASA.
No. Oh, God.
Because I would be like...
That's a horrible joke, too.
They're like, are you in space? No, NASA. Where are you? Do you want to go in space? Yes, NASA.
You know what I'm actually thinking about right now?
Pudding pops?
If someone actually wrote down the phone number I just gave out.
Yeah, they would be calling my phone. Massa Wells. Oh! Look, Kenny's already calling it.
Oh, I'm saying ooh because the
See,
bills
that's funny.
are up now.
That's funny that Kenny Needham is already calling the number. He already knows my number, so he doesn't even have to do that. He calls me all the time.
Wait, who?
Kenny.
Already calling.
Kenny he texts me. Whenever he gets the mood to text me, he will text me. He'll send me a random
Is that
text.
correct? I can't see that chat, so.
I can see it.
Yeah, Bill score. So now, that's Chris just said it. So now it's 35-33.
How can Bill find... Wait, wouldn't it be a delay that far in Hong Kong? How do they win a day ahead?
Look at the Chiefs mascot. He's banging his head against the pole.
It's a day ahead. How would he... The game has already been played there.
That's not how it works, Beeb.
He's 8 hours ahead.
That's not how it works. It's the same time. It's the same. I mean, not the same time.
It can't be the same time if he's 8 hours ahead. Just like my friend in Australia. I ask him all the time. See, they have this pact in Australia. They cannot call us and give us the lottery numbers.
Yes, Betty. Thank you.
Because it's Monday there.
Betty goes like this, face palm.
Yeah, I want the lottery numbers because you're already a day ahead.
Yeah, Chris, give us the lottery numbers then, if that's how it works.
Also, you know what else? If the world's going to come to an end, Chris will give us an 8 hour heads up.
No, babe, it just happens at the same time.
No, it literally comes up the day it happens. You can't have the end of the world on 2 different days. You got to have it one day. So if it's on a Sunday, we got to wait for our Sunday. That's
not how it works.
That's only fair.
Okay, so explain this then. If anybody has seen our Instagram pages or TikTok, explain to us how we were able to stand straight, slanted.
Thank you. See? Physics.
No, we're not talking about the same thing.
Quantum physics.
I just changed the subject because you're making no sense.
Quantum physics.
Speaking of Chris, where's producer Jace? On Monday, I popped on his live stream and he said I live in Hong Kong. So the next day, I pranked him and said hello from Hong Kong.
What's the score? The score
That's Gabriel.
36-33. Buff. It's called Gravity and Ludacris.
Luda.
Luda.
Oh, yeah, Ludacris was the song.
Yes. So we also posted on TikTok.
Ooh, I got to copy those numbers down. Thanks, Chris.
Oh, yeah, that's it. That's it. We can be rich now. Hey, Chris, we would send you the money if we got rich, but you'd already be ahead of us, so you wouldn't need it because you would already know that we had it.
What?
If you won the lottery, would you tell anybody? Honest question.
Would I?
If you won the lottery,
including you?
if you won the lottery,
Okay.
what would you do first?
Thank the Lord.
No, I changed my phone number.
Well, I would thank the Lord for me winning the lottery, and then I would change my phone number.
I'm kidding.
And then I would be like, "Hi, babe. Do I know you?" I'm just kidding.
No, I like, oh man, I just won the lottery. $500 million. Yeah, what's your name?
Okay, you can't just copy what I did.
No, you didn't say that.
I did. I said, "Beeb, do I know you?" Oh, I guess I shouldn't say Beeb.
Exactly. 112-358-132. Someone tell me what that is. Hey, I know. Hey, here's a good one for you, Gabriel. 777-9311.
777-9.
Call that number.
11.
I want to spend the night with you if that's all right. Tell me, baby. Woo! Anybody know who that song is?
I don't think that was an invitation to sing with me.
Who would buy? Stanley would buy a restaurant. No, I wouldn't. Why would I buy a restaurant?
He would. What would you do?
I would go on vacation for 6 months.
I would travel the world.
Yes.
It'd be kind of hard though during a pandemic.
If you got 500 million, you can make a bubble.
That's true.
You can buy the whole hotel and say, I want to rent a hotel for a month. I'll pay for every single room. There's no pandemic.
Wait, so we basically buy out a hotel and nobody else would be able to stay there?
For a month. You rent it. You're not buying a whole. So here's a good one. So I know you say that you're worried about catching corona, right? And there's a logical reason. I accept that. But explain to me how people in Antarctica who never interacted with anyone outside of Antarctica got COVID. Yes, I would buy a private jet, fly to a private island that I would buy that has its own hotel and house on it, and I would live there as a price, like that movie, that TV show you liked, where they went on an island for a year, that Spanish dubbed movie on Netflix where they bank heist everybody.
Oh, Money Heist?
Yes, thank you.
That was a good show.
It was a good show.
Oh, look at that.
I would buy a semi-private jet.
Why semi-private?
So that I can use it when I want to, but not have to keep it. You know how expensive a jet would be just to keep? You got to pay for the pilot. And I don't fly enough that I need a jet to go everywhere. So a semi-private jet means that you have co-ownership. So you use it, and then one of your other people use it, but you're not paying for a whole price of a jet. And then when it goes wrong, you have the maintenance that covers the cost of the jet, not just you.
Okay.
Of course, I'd have my own Bentley.
New car. Oh, wait, Gordon, I was just about to read that and you retracted it.
It said new car, caviar, four-star daydream. Think.
Why was it retracted on mine?
Because you're not special. Santa could be the pilot. If I'm by the pilot, we all gonna crash.
Wait, he can't even land a grapeseed strip in GTA. Dang, he used that as a diss.
Speaking about diss,
it's tied. They're going into OT.
How about when we remember the thing about a diss? What was that thing where it was a diss where you can't even? Oh man, what was it?
What?
See now, I went blank for a second.
Sorry, because I referenced the game.
Yeah, you just.
My bad. I didn't see what happened. Okay.
Oh, I forgot now. But it's like, oh yeah, I almost remember now. It's coming back to me.
I almost remember.
It's coming back to me slowly. It was when you. Oh man, that went away again. All right, talk about something else. I have to have some more apple juice.
Okay, well the game is tied now. So Chiefs. Why was I going to say Bucks? Chiefs Bills tied at 36.
New car, caviar, four-star daydream. I think I'll buy me a football team. Everyone's going to expose to Omicron. You know what, Gabriel? If you think like that, then yes, everyone will be, but not me.
Sooner or later, that's true. I mean, Dr. Fauci said it's one of those things where everyone is bound to get it. But
well, that's like saying
at the
everyone's
same
bound to
time-
have a car crash.
At the same time, even though it's highly transmissible and the chances
Transmittable.
transmissible, highly transmittable, highly transmissible, highly transferable, highly.
Which one is it?
Okay, even though there's higher chances of getting the virus, you still gotta protect yourself and make sure that you can still try to not get it.
Remember when everybody was getting gonorrhea?
No,
Long time ago?
definitely not.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Everybody said, you down to get it.
Definitely not.
Okay, fair enough.
Definitely not.
All right. So anything else? Because
Yeah, you forgot that you need to reference a question that was asked earlier.
oh yeah, the question was, do I think? See, thought I forgot.
This one.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you did forget. That's why I just
No,
reminded
I did not
you.
forget
Oh,
the
okay.
question. I didn't forget. So San Francisco should get rid of mugshots. I don't think they should.
Let me ask you, because I don't know the story behind this. Is this something that is really
So San
being-
Francisco has a thing now where if you've been arrested for a minor crime,
Mhm.
then they will not release your mugshots.
Okay, what's that like? What would that be?
Like
Considered?
well,
Like
everything
a-
nowadays in San Francisco is minor. It's a misdemeanor. So if you were like for murder, they'd put your picture out there. But if you shoplifting, they won't show your photo. If you get caught picking up hookers, they won't show you. I hear they put your photo on a billboard.
Wait, if you got caught picking up what's that word you use?
Hookers?
Hookers, then that's a minor crime?
No, in Arizona, you get your face on a billboard.
No, in San Francisco.
Misdemeanor, unless it's sex trafficking,
Okay.
then it becomes a felony.
Oh, okay.
All right?
Interesting. So what do you think about it?
Is that I think that it's a two-edged sword. It can be bad for you if you get arrested for a crime and they put your mugshot out as being the person who they suspect perpetrated that crime.
And you actually
And
did
it turns
not
out
do
you
it.
did not do it, then that
Yeah.
could work against you.
Yeah.
That being said, I still think that releasing the mugshots, it's better than keeping it a secret because for people who are actually committing the crimes to get caught, there's no real penalty anymore. Crimes that used to be felonies are now misdemeanors. You don't get your picture shown anymore. People can't ask for your mugshot. So there's no real way to. How do you change someone's attitude?
Like to hold them accountable?
If everything they do is secret. If I was robbing banks and no one knew I robbed a bank, wouldn't you want to be a bank owner? If you worked in a bank, wouldn't you want to know that this guy coming in robs banks?
Well, isn't that like a serious crime though?
I'm just using it as a generalization.
Oh, okay.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, misdemeanors. I always say it wrong, misdemeanors. How do you pronounce it?
Misdemeanors.
Yeah, whatever. Different way to be infected from STD versus. Oh yes, I do realize that, Betty. But do you remember 30 years ago that they had big stories on TV about people saying that you cannot get syphilis and gonorrhea from a toilet seat because people were claiming that when they got it and they gave it to their significant other that they got it from a toilet seat. And
I remember the crabs
the
one.
rumor was that you can get them from just touching a light bulb or something, and they had to put out stories to tell people you cannot get it from these. The only way you can get these is through sexual intercourse.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my point, is that you can't say that everyone. I personally don't believe that everyone's going to end up with Omicron. Now, I lost my sister in February of last year to the very first version of COVID. So I'm very serious about it. But I personally don't want to believe that everyone's going to get it. I don't want to believe that. I hope that my beliefs are true, but it may not be true. So there you go. Mr. Badley there's one more thing to note. I had to mention this.
What?
Remember I told you we were going to discuss this, and I want to do it before we get off the air because we're actually we have to do some errands.
Okay.
So if you notice, in the past, everything was under caught misbehaving. That was the name we were using.
Mm-hmm.
We still are using caught misbehaving. However, I've consolidated everything to Mr. Badley Productions. Did you know that? So Mr. Badley Productions comes under Millennial Boom, all the other different things that we do. Hey, Gordon, see you later. We're about to log off too, but thank you, Gordon. Reasons Why Aliens Never Invade Earth. All that stuff is under Mr. Badley Productions. The website was caughtmisbehaving.com. I've relinquished that name for the website, and now it is www.mrbadley.com.
I think you missed a W there.
It's okay. www.mrbadley.com. So that will take you to a web page that we soon will be fixing. Now, speaking of web pages, there will also be Gotham by the Bay, which is a combination of me working with Susan and Lou and Erica, and we're going to start putting out those stories you saw on my YouTube channel, Gotham by the Bay. So I will have a video section where we will be doing videos of stories we do that are not going to be listed under Caught Misbehaving. It's a different altogether franchise that I'm working with them on to do stories. So the difference what's the difference between Gotham by the Bay and Caught Misbehaving? Well, the difference is very simple. Gotham by the Bay deals with cities and problems that they're having within different cities, government-related stories that dig deeper into problems that are going on. Caught Misbehaving is the things that we've been doing before on the line of people behaving badly. Those will still be produced once we start getting enough revenue to do these. Millennial Boom is what we do now. We do this every Sunday. We hope to continue this, but we hope to have a better setup at some point where I even want to recreate our living room in our studio. So it feels like we're still there even though we're in a studio. It'd be pretty cool. I think that'd be cool. And Reasons Why Aliens Will Never Invade Earth will be a different background. So we can actually use green screen. We just flip it and it's not like separate studios. I think that's a possibility. We can literally have someone take 3D pictures of this room here and then put it on a green screen. And it's like we're there. People don't realize now that this is a green screen.
Yo, right. Yep.
So thank you, Master Wells. I'm glad you read it, and I'm glad you think that it's great stories. We want to produce more stories. We're trying to launch the website so that we can find some investors because, to do this. Because I've been trying to get people to help build a franchise, but, I understand that times are hard. So not everybody can do that. And I'm still, any help we can get, it's helpful. It keeps what we have going right now until we get that. But the website is almost done. I'm not going to give you a date yet because we want to make sure we're ready to go before we launch it. But it looks really good. You saw it. It's really good. And the website for that will be www.gbtb. Did I say two W's again?
Yes.
No, I said www.
No, you said
www.gbtbmedia.com. So that's where you'll also be able to get to Gotham by the Bay stories and Mr. Bradley Productions. We have a whole page on there just for you once it's ready to go.
Gabriel says Sunday, April 24 will be your 100th Millennial Boom if you don't miss any between now and then.
Nice. So also this is what this here is. This is Gotham by the Bay. That little spot right there is supposed to be me standing overlooking over the city. And that is the symbol looking for help. So this Susan was very polite. She's been trying to get to work with me for years. And now she's excited because we get to work together. Lou does a lot of information where he goes back and looks up data. He's a data miner. He's a CPA, so that'll be good. I think Gotham by the Bay will be something that, we definitely could use a volunteer proofreader for the website. Once we get it ready to go, we're going to have to do it on beta. It's not ready to go yet, so right now you wouldn't be able to proofread anything because we haven't started loading the stories yet. There will be other features. There'll be shirts, Gotham by the Bay, and all the different people that are on there. And we kind of have characters. We don't dress up as characters. But like Susan considers herself Harley Quinn with the baseball bat running around just knocking sense into people, with stories, not physically. I'm still called the Batman, which came from a city and magazine in Los Altos, California, who created me as kind of like, the bat signal when I hear it and I come out. Then there's Lou, who does our data mining. And then there's Erica, who her job is to bring out some of these really good stories. And I think we're really going to start nailing different cities. Right now we're going to focus on San Francisco. And then as time goes on, we're going to expand to bigger areas. And they already have stories for bigger areas. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be good. And it's going to be, if you go to GothamByTheBay.com, you can subscribe. And we'll let you know when this website launches. It's free. Just don't know it. It'll be great. I'll help you with proofreading, but beware. I live in Jersey, so I got poor grammar. That's all right.
Poor grammar. Love that.
So we thank you. For those of you who've been here and been trying to help us out, we appreciate it. Everything you do has been going towards building this brand that we're trying to get out there, and we think it's going to be good. We really do. We hope they're meeting with the investors soon, and they look at what we have and they like it. So let's do it and see if we can make this happen.
Let's do it.
And you'll know the first time it happens. We'll announce it here. Right?
Right.
Anything you want to say before we go? And please don't say go 49ers or go Warriors. We passed that already.
Oh, I wasn't going to.
Yeah,
I was
you
going
were.
to say that the Chiefs won.
We don't care.
In OT. Okay.
What's up, Stanley? What's up, Team Dope? Barry Legend, you watch any football today? Yep, that's all I've been doing.
We watch football all day.
8 hours of football today.
We have the game right in the corner right now.
Yep, I watched more football than I've ever watched in my life today.
Yep.
I watched the 49ers the other day?
Watched the 49ers last night. Great game.
She saw a side of me she never saw before because I don't put sports as like the front.
He doesn't talk about sports, but when it comes to football, he does a lot of talking.
Yep, and Gabriel said make sure we identify ourselves. Thank you, Jason, for the $2. We appreciate it. And anything else you guys have questions with, we'll feel free to answer. Now to reach me. I'm Millennial.
I'm a boomer.
And we thank you for watching Millennial Boom.
We'll see you next week. Don't cut me off.
I'm not going to cut you off.
You cut me off 2 weeks in a row.
Come on, you think I will not cut you off, babe. Look, my hand's nowhere near the screen. What are you doing?
Bye, guys. Have a good week. You didn't even press it.
Thank you for listening to Millennial Boom with Diane, Faith, and Stanley Roberts. Millennial Boom and Reasons Why Aliens Will Never Invade Earth and Caught Misbehaving videos are made possible through viewer donations. Check out www.linktree.com/MrBadleyTV to see how you can help. See you next week.